Hello everybody, welcome to Espresso TV. I'm joined today by Pella Historical Village's Executive Director, Jesse Gelling. Welcome, Jesse.
Hello, thank you.
It's good talking to you again.
You as well.
So, we're here to talk about Wyatt Earp Days here in the Wyatt Earp House. Can you just kind of tell us when it is and what's going on?
Absolutely. So Wyatt Earp Day will be on Saturday, September 28th this year. And we have a full schedule planned. So as always, we'll have our artisans here in the village, our wooden shoemaker, our blacksmiths, our quilters, and everybody involved in those old-time crafts. And then we'll have some fun new things as well. So Professor Farquhar and Polecat Annie are back with their old-time music and magic show, and this is a great way to experience what old-time medicine shows of the time period were like. Perhaps Wyatt Earp and his family would have seen something just like that come through Pella when they were living here, which is very cool. Hear music of the Civil War time and things like that. We'll also have a speaker, which I'm super excited about. Her name is Janelle Maloney, and she is a descendant of Sarah Rousseau. Now, this room we're standing in has a timeline all the way through it showing what the wagon train heading west for Wyatt Earp and his family would have looked like. And the reason that we have data for all of this is because of Sarah Rousseau's diary. She headed west with them on this wagon train and kept detailed notes of places that they stopped. So her descendant, Janelle Maloney, who has worked to preserve her diary, will be here to sign her book and to talk about this wagon train west and her experience learning more about her ancestor, Sarah Rousseau. So those are two of the main highlights. We're also going to have hot dogs from Wild West Dogs, which is really exciting, and it'll be a wonderful day.
And so for those who may not be familiar, I'm sure everybody knows who Wyatt Earp was, but what's his history here in Pella? Like, how long was his family here?
Yeah, so it's sort of a hidden history here in Pella. People come for the windmill and the Dutch heritage, and then they learn about Wyatt Earp having this presence here, and it's really exciting for people. He lived here with his family from about 1850 to 1864, on and off. So they arrived in 1849 or 1850, were here for a few years, went back to Monmouth, Illinois, where he was born, came back here, but off and on for, 14 years of his life. So between the ages of 2 and 16 is when he was here in Pella. And this very house that we're standing in is where he lived with his family from 1860 to 1864 during those Civil War years, right before they headed west. So he lived in this home here, actually in just a small portion of this home. This would have been part apartments, part business, and they lived on the main floor, the lower level, in just half of the building. So they spent some time here. You know, we don't know a lot about Wyatt Earp's childhood here. There's not very many records or anything like that, but it's easy to sort of imagine what it could have been like, knowing what that time period was like. So perhaps he got into fights with the local Dutch boys. There's the one infamous story of the Earp boys were winning until they got walloped with a wooden shoe. So you just don't know. But surely he spent a lot of time outdoors working on the farm. Perhaps he developed his love of horses here in Pella. And it was just a really formative part of his growing up years.
And this building was just redone in 2021, and I think it looks really great. I haven't been in here for a while, and looking at those quarters downstairs, those were pretty small back in.
Yes, it would have been tight, and there were, many children living here, Nicholas and Virginia, and their many children, so it definitely would have been tight, and you can imagine they would have spent a lot of time outdoors in what is now our historical village to escape those close quarters.
And so when people come and visit the Earp House, is there anything they're most surprised by or something that they're most interested in?
Yeah, it's very different from how it used to look. So for locals to Pella, I think it's a different experience. They come here maybe expecting what it was like when they visited as a child, and it's a very different experience now. We have our house museum in the Schulte House, so if you're looking for walking into this Victorian space set up just like it would have been when the family lived there, that's what the Schulte House is for. But we really had to reimagine this Schulte House this Wyatt Earp House when we were looking at redoing it 4 years ago, because we don't have artifacts that belonged to the Earp family. They were very transient, they were moving, they didn't own a lot of things that they took with them. So we looked at this space and said, how can we make this an experience that tells the story that we here in Pella have? Out at Tombstone, they have the OK Corral fight, and down in Monmouth, they have the story of Wyatt Earp's first 2 years. But here in Pella, we have a very unique story. So it was fascinating to uncover all of these details about his childhood and his youth with the help of some very talented researchers who helped us figure it out. And like I said, it's maybe a different experience than people are expecting when they come, but it is just a very unique museum with the audio guide feature taking you through his life and his times here in Pella, and it was a wonderful project to work on, and it's still something that we hear compliments on from visitors every day.
And so for Wyatt Earp Days, we have the food, we have the music, we have Janelle. What else is going on? Is there anything more that we can promote and bring people here to come enjoy the day celebrating this legendary lawman?
Yeah, absolutely. Beyond just those usual things that we mentioned, of course, the whole historical village will be open, so you can come explore all there is to see here. The brand new Kinderhook space is something you'll want to check out with the new mural and the new activities for kids. We're hoping it's a beautiful day to enjoy the gardens right now. Our annuals are looking beautiful.
They are.
And right after Wyatt Earp Day is when we tear them all out in preparation for tulip bulbs. So be sure to come check out the beautiful flowers as well. You can take a windmill tour while you're here as well.
And of course, the tulip bulbs will be here shortly. Are you guys, are yours on the way already? I know the city's waiting, but
You know, I'm not sure. I'd have to talk to our gardens manager for that, but the hope is that they arrive sometime in October in time for the many service days that we have from Central College and the local schools and everything. So it's almost upon us.
absolutely. Come out and enjoy the beautiful weather, enjoy Wyatt Earp Days, and obviously the flowers. Is there anything more you wish to add today?
I don't think so. I just hope that you can all join us for a wonderful celebration of this slightly more unknown piece of Pella's past.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Jesse.
Thank you.
Thank all of you for joining us.